Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Gemini for the month of March 2024. So, as we begin, I'd like to first of all thank everyone who's returning to this weekly or monthly series, and then to also welcome anyone who is new to our Angelic Wisdom community. So, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you're subscribed, select the all notification bell, like, dislike, and leave your comments. If you have not already, um, well, one, if you would like to get an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. And also, if you'd just like to support my channel with a donation, you can go to my Angelic Wisdom PayPal me link. So these you will find in the description area below. Before we start the video, this is as many of you may know, this is my birthday month, so this is always a sort of exciting month and one I dread at the same time, let's just be honest. However, this year I'm just really grateful to be here with you and being able to do what I do with you here. It's very important to me, and I'm really ranking it as the top experience of my life, being able to do this. So this is just a special year in particular for me to be grateful and to really appreciate my birthday in that way. And so the format in front of us. So the card in the center will be representing the archangel that you'll be working with in this month. And then the cards on either side will represent the message from your guardian angel. The card on the left is from the Major Arcana and will sort of illustrate what are the main lessons and themes, the energies that are influencing and shaping things from behind the scenes, or in your subconscious. And then the card on the right is from the Minor Arcana, which will show us how these energies are showing up in your day-to-day awareness and ways that we can work with that. So let's go ahead now and take a deep breath. And just relax, let go. And I haven't seen this one in a while, but one of my staple symbols is when I see a chair. And that Gemini, when I got to think of Gemini and, as communicators and, active, it gave me a sense of, whoa, slow down. They're writing yes. Okay, slow down. I get a sense of really being impatient, and they're showing me glasses, like circle glasses, like you're looking for something. I don't know if it's research. They're showing me different shapes of glasses. It's interesting. Sort of the ones from the 50s that look like wings. So the circle and the wing like shape glasses. That's interesting. It might come to me. But since they did change the shape of them. But don't be overly analytical in the way that you are, like they're writing release. You got to let things go and let the information sort of come to you. One, you're going to stumble upon information. That's one way. So not like just sit down and do nothing. But you might feel prompted, and then you discover information. However, like I feel like as all this information just collects, you want to make meaning, make some sense of it, And that's where you're going to really have to rest, take a break. They just wrote the word rest, meaning possibly take a break and let your energies, restoration, sort of let your energies sort of restore themselves. So the way to do that is to go do something else, something distracting, something fun, because when you are distracted from something you're fixated about, the energy sort of just opens up. And they just wrote the word Jupiter. So there is this sense of, just giving it time to really, so the Jupiter, I'm getting a sense of you're just going to be really expanding the whole time, or this period. You are really expanding. You have this sense that you need to really expand in some way, but just know that the intention is already created and it's happening very rapidly, but keeping up with it is what's key. So you need plenty of time to just absorb. And the only way you can absorb is not to keep poking at it, but to do something else. Meditation definitely will, exercise, going for walks in nature, or just taking a real break and going somewhere else and doing something else, another hobby or something, some other creative thing that you enjoy will facilitate that for you. All right, so let's take a look. I don't know why they were showing me sort of a donkey, and it's a sense of being stubborn, maybe one, and putting a lot of responsibility on your back, and so that's where the blocks are happening. Okay, so we have Seraphim, Seraphiel. This came up in our weekly reading recently for the 4th through the 10th of this week that I'm recording. And it says, so tune into the divine will. Okay, so really, and it says open to higher illumination. So again, I feel like you are sort of stuck in a certain way of processing and looking at information, and this word information could be very general, but the approach is something that you really need to shift out of. You're really going to have to tune into the divine will. So right now you're sort of in your personality wheelhouse, and then you need to sort of step into your soul or your I am presence wheelhouse, because each one of these are wheels within wheels. That's the way I like to see our soul, higher self, and monad or I am presence. And each one of them has their lane, right? So the universe isn't like saying you're doing things wrong, but what they're saying is you have access to more levels than you are engaging. And so if you step into your soul's wheelhouse, your soul will kind of understand, or have this understanding of why certain things need to unfold a certain way in order for you to really sort of see that bigger picture, or to prepare you for something. Whereas your monad is really tuned in to divine will. So where you want to look at this from a perspective of service, because the divine source is feeding the souls of all of humanity and beings throughout the entire universe. And so it's service for the greater good or the highest good. And that might be where you need to let that information expand for you, since you have drawn in a 12th dimensional seraphim. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh. So we have here the sort of Uranus energy here, which, these sudden, sort of, wow, like out of the blue kind of ideas, like, things that are just like, uh, it's sort of like, yeah, it's sort of getting this, it's like being, when that Uranus energy comes in, or the divine energy comes in that way, you're in this limited space, and it just blows that apart. And it's like, whoa, what? It just cleared everything, and now your sky is bluer uh, and fuller, right? And there's more possibilities and more opportunities. So it is really that I am presence, that monad, that service, the greater good, the bigger picture is where you really need to be focused, and how you use this information. And here we have the Knight of Air. So there's this tenacity and determination, this unyielding sort of will, like, meaning you'll let nothing deter you. You're gonna you're driven to a point. It's sort of like the Knight of Air, like, just, he knows what the purpose is, and he's not going to let anybody get or stand in his way. And in this sense, in a positive way, when you're clear like this, there is nothing that can stand in your way. So your momentum is full speed ahead. And I think that's the sort of assurance that the angels, want to give you when you allow yourself the time to process this energy on all the levels of your being: personality, soul, monad, or I am presence. You'll have total clarity of how this information is to be used on so many levels. And that will make you confident and clear about what your aim and your goal actually is. So Gemini, don't rush the process. Let it marinate. But when you're ready, you'll be clear as a bell. However way you're communicating, or wherever your actions are taking you, whatever information you're spreading or energy that you're spreading, you'll be in the right place at the right time. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful month of March. God bless you.